All right. Hi, this is Dwight Carson with RE/MAX Signature Realty, and I'm here with Megan and Paul, and they just closed on their first home and wanted to chat with them a little bit about the experience, and so we can get a better idea of some of the challenges and some of the unexpected things that first-time home buyers face, and just get an idea from them of what went well and what didn't, and what suggestions they would have for other first-time home buyers. Megan and Paul, thanks for being here.
Glad to be here, especially in our new house. Yeah. Very glad.
Congratulations. It's a beautiful home too. First of all, we just closed about 30 minutes ago. Tell us about the closing. Was there anything that about the closing that surprised you, or what your overall impression was?
You want to take this one?
I think we were pretty prepared by the time closing got here. Not any surprises at closing, I would say, but it was working up to closing, where all the complications, or
Okay.
I think for me, closing went, it went really smoothly. I was, Dwight and our lender Phil had been very proactive throughout the whole process about, just keeping us informed, and I think that's probably key, especially for first-time home buyers, is just staying informed, because it's such an overwhelming experience that if you walk into things blindly, it would scare me. I was scared to death throughout the process anyway, so I can imagine how scared I would be, if I wasn't informed.
Well, you spoke about walking into it blindly and it being a little overwhelming. When you decided to buy a home, what did you envision the process being like?
Well, I envision, you get a realtor, you got to find the house, but then there's just a lot more to it than you would think. The paperwork, all the steps you have to go through, with the lender and the seller, and just the paperwork was the biggest thing,
For me, I mean, it was different than anything I've ever done. I've bought a few cars in the past and things like that, and with a car, you walk into a car dealership, you say, hey, I like that car, let's buy it, and they do. The paperwork's done right there at the dealership. They send you on your way. Sometimes you're riding the same day. With buying a house, a lot more complicated, and I mean, I didn't realize that going in. People, you always hear, before you become a potential home buyer, how many things, how many hoops you have to jump through for the, to buy a house. But you really don't. What's the word I'm looking for? Well, we can cut this all together, so don't worry. You don't realize what you have to go through. I don't know what I want to say. Never mind. Let's just go on to the next question.
Okay. All right. You mentioned buying a car, and for most first-time home buyers, that's the biggest purchase they've made up to a home purchase. And we do find that is a lot of what they expect, is something similar to the car purchase process. But of course, as you mentioned, it is a lot more in depth, and there's a lot more to it. What were some of the challenges that you faced, and things that maybe caught you really off guard or were unexpected in the process?
I guess for me, it was like just having to maintain, that level of confidence, to persevere, because there was, there's many times through, buying this house that we felt like, oh man, whether it's, 50 more forms we've got to fax to our lender, or, if certain things weren't going to work out, certain things with the house, weren't up to code here and there, how that was going to affect, the purchase. It was just really just having, a confidence in the process, and I really feel like you helped a lot, with us in instilling that confidence, because every time we called up, every time we called you up, Dwight, it was, you were always very, you were just so optimistic and just made us feel at ease, like it was going to happen, and it did. So.
And also with the loan, I mean, actually, when we face that, oh, well, we don't think we're going to be able to get the USDA loan, what are we going to do now? I mean, that was very challenging, and you were very reassuring.
Good. What was your favorite part of the process?
now. Getting in the house.
Walking through that door
Getting
the
the
first
keys.
time. I mean, it was exciting, you know, when it first started, you know, going around looking at houses. And I mean, every night me and Megan would be on the internet, you know, looking at different houses and this and that. But I mean, it just all came together today. And it really, I guess it started last night. Wow. It was like, wow, this is really going to happen. And, you know, when we walked through that door today, it's just an amazing feeling. You know, Megan jumped in my arms, and we've been waiting for this. You know, we've been waiting for this. We've been married for 5 years now, and we've been renting the whole time. And just to, you know, be a homeowner, it means so much to us and so much to our family.
Well, other first-time home buyers hopefully are going to see this video and learn something from it as they, start the process of purchasing a home. What would be your number one recommendation to them?
Get a good realtor that you can trust. I mean, really, and that's upfront and honest with you, and that you can communicate with, and that someone that you trust that's going to look out for your best interest, and that will keep you in the loop of everything that's going on. And do some research. Kind of know what you're jumping into also,
Yeah, it's like anything else. You know, the more information you have going into something, the better. But I mean, with buying a house, I mean, it's kind of hard unless you've been through the process, time and time again. It's kind of hard to know what you're getting into, and that's why, like Megan said, finding a realtor you can trust and someone who can walk you through, each step of the process, and isn't necessarily all about the bottom line. They're going to look out for your interest, and I just can't. I can't reiterate it enough. How much what you've done, Dwight. I mean, how much it means to us.
Well, thank you. Now that it's here, and now that it's your home, and it's ready for the moving truck to show up, you can reflect back on all of it. Is there anything you would have changed?
I don't know. I can't really think of anything that we would have changed. It would have been nice if that whole USDA thing just hadn't happened. It had gone through the beginning, but it worked out, so it was fine. I don't know. I can't think of anything that would change.
And for people watching, we did face a challenge with a loan with Megan and Paul, and it took some last-minute scrambling and some shuffling and some work to adapt. But we actually closed on time on their closing day, and never had to back it up. Okay. Anything else y'all like to add?
No, like we've been saying, we're just so ecstatic to be here, and I wouldn't change a thing. There's been high points and there's been low points, but I'm sure that's what buying a house is all about.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is we are in our new house right now, so that's all that matters.
Congratulations, Megan and Paul. Thank you, and we'll have hopefully more information as time goes on to help other first-time home buyers so they know more of what to expect. And we just appreciate you so much for working with me, and really I'm glad that I've made friends instead of just clients.
Awesome.
Thank you.